All right, today we're going through a full pull workout because I've seen some of the videos and they all share one common thing. They're not hard enough. So put down that sandwich your mom made for you with Iron Kids bread and let's get fucking after it. So this video came about because somebody reached out and they said, hey, I've seen a couple other people do a series on push-pull legs, and I know you don't train that way, but it'd be interesting to get your take. And I responded the same way I always do, which is I back out of the message request and pretend like I didn't see it. But then I kept getting the same message and I thought, you know, I better check these videos out. When I did, I realized not only is the intensity not there, but the exercise selection was off as well. And even though I'm a bro split kind of guy, I thought I can't let my ego get in the way because we all know what happens when you do. You end up sitting around the campsite with nothing but a broken dick in your hand and a negative balance in your bank account. So the most important thing in a push-pull leg split is you can't have any wasted exercises. On a normal back day, you know you're going to hammer that thing like the Gator game at Chuck E. Cheese, so you're not worried about it. But when you're hitting back, focusing on rear delts, hitting your biceps, and more than likely you're going to have to hit forearms as well, you just don't have the time for it. So you have to make sure every exercise you do, you have a great connection to. Knowing that, we're going to do lat pull downs. We're going to use the V-bar handle, and to ensure that everybody has a great connection, we're going to do 2 sets of 30 reps. Now, those are just warm-up sets. They don't count. They're just to get you ready for the actual working sets, which are drop sets. But you're not going to grip and rip these. You're going to control it. You're going to keep the elbow in a fixed position and work against the movement. So lean forward during the negative, lean back during the positive, really control it. Keep it in those lats, keep it out of your biceps or your left testicle, whatever you normally strain when you just jerk the weight up and down. So I'm a huge fan of any single arm movement for back, unless I see somebody do it incorrectly. Then I get almost as enraged as when I pull up behind somebody and they have a bumper sticker that says, proud parent of who the fuck cares. And that's because you're able to flare that lat and get an extreme stretch, which is normally a hard thing to do. But when you're solely focused on one side and really working against the weight, it makes you quickly realize the difference between pulling with your bicep and pulling with your back. But what you can't do is fully extend that arm. If you do, you've just disengaged that lat. So instead, keep a slight bend of that elbow, and that'll ensure that the eccentric part of the movement is stopped by the fact that that lat is fully stretched. And I'm sure you've guessed it by now, we're doing single arm rows, but that's not all, because we have to start hitting those rear delts as well. So we're going to do a set of 15 traditional, drop the weight, flare the elbow out to the side, do 15 more. So for the next exercise, we're grabbing a barbell and doing slow controlled high elbow rows. Now, we're going to need our lower back for the next one. So we're going to put our butt against the wall just to get a little stability and support and make sure we can just focus on those lower lats, driving up into those mid traps and then into those rear delts, and not focusing on the fact that our lower back feels like it's going to fall out of our ass. All right, next up we got deadlifts, because if you start with them, that back pump you get from these takes your soul away, and you stop training with a reckless disregard for your own safety, and you end up just shuffling around the gym from machine to machine. And if you've been in the program, you know it's going to get ugly, because we're doing one heavy set of 10 right into 2 sets of 30. We're finishing up with 2 bicep exercises. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of forearms and then call it a day. And this is where you run into the biggest issue with push-pull legs, is that it takes a lot of mental fortitude. You really have to convince yourself. And if you're not wondering how the fuck you're going to finish the workout halfway through, you're not pushing yourself hard enough.
I swear if you get there, I will fucking feed you pancakes.
So the first exercise is a reverse grip cable curl with a straight bar, pushing that to failure, and then flip those hands over, regular curls, push that to failure. And because I've never met anybody who doesn't have lopsided arms, we're going to do single arm dumbbell curls, use that off arm like a poor man's preacher, push 15, 20 reps, and then switch to the other side, go back and forth until you're done. You'll know you're done because you'll get like 2 reps. So if you like this video, go check out the program. I'll leave a link in the description. It's a bro split, but you'll get a lot of dumb ideas from it. And if you need more specific help on back or biceps, I'd watch these videos next, but most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.